There's a question I ask every single client who comes through my door when a business is involved in the divorce. I ask it quietly, almost casually, but the answer, it changes everything. The question is this: is your name on anything? And what I mean by this is loans, lines of credit, SBA agreements, equipment financing, commercial leases, anything where you put your signature on a document tied to that business. Because if the answer is yes, even once, even years ago, even for something you barely remember, we need to talk about it today, not after the settlement today. Let me tell you about a woman I'll call Marcy. Marcy's husband owned a fabulous restaurant, and she loved that restaurant. She had helped him pick the name. She was there the night it opened, but the day-to-day operations, that was all him. She had her own career in healthcare administration, and the restaurant was actually his dream. In the early years when the business was getting off the ground, there were a few lean seasons, as you would expect. Her husband asked her to co-sign on a line of credit just to help secure better terms, he said. She did it because they were a team, because that's what you do. Fast forward 11 years, the marriage is now over. The restaurant is barely surviving, and Marcy is sitting across from me telling me she just wants a clean break. I pulled the financials, and that line of credit that she co-signed, it had been renewed and expanded over the years. The current balance was sitting at $95,000, and the account had missed two payments. Marcy had not set foot in that restaurant in 4 years. She had no idea the line of credit had grown. She had no idea that they were behind on payments, but her name was still on it, and the bank was not going to care about her clean break because of the divorce. I've seen this before, and here's what I want you to know. This is survivable, but only if you face it head on. Let me translate what's actually happening here legally and financially, because there are a few things I want you to understand clearly. What a personal guarantee actually means. When you sign as a guarantor or co-owner or on a business loan, you are personally promising repayment, not the business, but you. If the business folds, if your ex stops paying, if the account goes into collections, the lender has every legal right to come after your personal assets, your personal credit, your wages, your financial life. Now, why your divorce decree isn't enough on its own? This is the part that catches most people off guard. Your attorney writes the settlement. The settlement says your ex is responsible for all the business debt. You both sign it. The judge approves it. Done, right? Not to the lender. Your divorce decree is a private legal agreement between you and your ex-spouse. The bank was not a party to that agreement. They don't have to honor it. As far as they're concerned, whoever signed that loan is responsible for it. And if that's you, that's you. The only way to remove yourself from a loan is through the lender directly. A refinance or a formal release, a payoff, that has to happen at the banking level, not just the legal level. Now, what you can negotiate in a settlement is this. Here's where working with the CDFA alongside your attorney becomes so important. You can and should push for language that requires your ex to refinance any loans with your name on them within a defined time frame. You can also offset the risk you're carrying in what you receive from the settlement. If you're walking away with ongoing liability attached to your name, your settlement should reflect that. You deserve to understand your own money, including the liabilities, not just the assets. If you're not sure what's out there with your name on it, or if you're worried that your settlement isn't actually protecting you the way you think it is, let's talk. A divorce financial consultation is exactly where we dig into this. We look at the whole picture, assets, debts, liabilities, and risks, so you can make decisions with real information. The link to book is below the video. Clarity before confidence, and it starts with one conversation. But I do want to address one more thing because I hear this often and it does matter. Some women say, but I can just sue him if he doesn't pay, right? The decree protects me. Technically, yes. If your ex defaults on a loan that the decree assigned to him and it damages your credit or your finances, you may have legal recourse against him for violating the terms of the settlement. But here's what actually looks like in real life. Your credit takes the hit first, your credit. The collection calls come to you first. The damage happens first. And then maybe after legal fees and court time and stress, you pursue him for it. That is not a plan. That is a backup option when the real plan didn't exist. The real plan is getting your name off those loans before you finalize anything, or at a minimum, making sure your settlement has strong enforceable language with a clear deadline for refinancing, and that you receive fair compensation for the risk you're carrying in the meantime. The settlement table is not the finish line. Your financial life after divorce is. Let's build toward that. I think about Marcy sometimes, about the look on her face when she realized that a signature from 11 years ago on a document that she had nearly forgotten was still connected to her name. Now, she wasn't careless and she wasn't naive. She was a wife who trusted her partner. And I think about every woman watching this right now who just had that same stomach dropping moment. You're not behind. You're not in over your head. You're just learning something you should have been told a long time ago. Financial peace is not a luxury, it's a plan, and you deserve to have one. If this video gave you something you needed today, share it with someone else who needs it too. You never know who in your circle is quietly carrying this same fear. Subscribe to the channel. Every week, I break down the financial side of divorce and retirement so you can stop guessing and start knowing. And come spend a second Saturday with me for the divorce workshop. One morning, real information, no judgment. Links are below, and I'll see y'all next week.